Hey everyone, this is Kurt Crowley with WPHorde, and today I'm going to take you through step by step how to set up WPHorde, how to start getting content being posted to your blog daily, utilizing your API key to OpenAI. Now, the OpenAI account must have a valid payment form attached to it in order for the API key to work properly. Just FYI, but let's get into it. The very first thing that I want you to realize is anytime that you go to WPHorde.com, you're going to see on the top training, billing, login. If you click on login, it's going to take you to the login for the actual application. Billing will take you over to the billing area to where you can expand the number of blogs that you have or reduce, or if you want to cancel, you can cancel there as well. And then, of course, training is going to take you over to training.wphorde.com, which will take you through the first steps as well as all the other videos right here underneath training videos, there are tons of them there, and we're going to be adding more and more and more. But today's video, what I'm going to do is we're going to go into WPHorde, and then I'm going to go through the steps that I would do in order to set it up. Now, if you have questions, currently right now, it is the 27th of June at 8:14 a.m. Central Time. I am live. You have a question, do not hesitate to ask, and I'm going to try to answer them as quickly as I possibly can. So let me just also go over to the Facebook group inside of Facebook, of course, and make sure that if there's any questions there, I can answer them. So right here, once you log in, the very first thing that you're going to want to do is probably come over to blogs. You're going to see this button on the far right-hand side that says new blog. Let me get rid of the brand. That way you can see everything on the screen. Matter of fact, I'm going to move myself off of here, and then we can see everything on the screen. So right here on the very top, you're going to see where it says new blog. If you click on it, it's going to come up with, gives you a choice, hosted or self-hosted. Well, what's a hosted blog? That would be WordPress.com blogs. So let's say that I have one, WPHorde.wordpress.com. Now, these are free blogs. They don't cost you anything. I'm going to click on connect. It's going to ask us if we want WPHorde to connect to our WordPress.com site. We do have an application. We do work with WordPress.com. All you have to do is click approve. And now that blog has been added to WPHorde. It will be added to the bottom. So if we actually scroll down, click on load more, and being that I have a 1,000 blog account, I can add many. You're going to notice, let me show you something here real quick. Allow guest posting and auto approve guest posts. If you want to earn guest posting credits, you're going to want to allow guest posting on your blogs. You don't have to do it on your main one. You may have some supplemental blogs that you just throw together to have people do this. Someone asked, I just did a huge update with AI content feature. Will it be a long time before the next updates are released? No, the next updates will be released in July. We're actually going to be working on those, and I can go over a little bit of that, but it's going to be increasing the functionality of the AI content, just FYI. We're going to be focusing on that a little bit just to make it more robust and a little bit more user-friendly. Thank you for the question. So this you're connecting your group, you can allow guest posting, and then auto approve guest post means you're not going to get an email asking you to approve. If you don't check mark that and you do allow guest posting, when guest posting happens, you're going to get an email. It's going to take you over to this section for you to go look at the actual post, because they're going to be going into your blog as pending. You're going to make sure that's what you're wanting it to do. And then if that's a blog that you like to approve, you're going to come back here and click approve. You're going to actually approve that guest post. And then you get the credit. And the person that purchased the credits or exchanging their own credits, theirs will go down for that amount. It's that simple. Is there any way to relate what categories at this point in time? Now? So we have our blog attached. Your choice is to allow guest posting or auto approve. And if you say yes, boom, it's going to be included into the mix. So you've added your blog. What is the next step? Integrations. Unsplash and OpenAI, I believe, are probably the two required. If you want to include Word AI, you can. Word AI will actually spin the content, and it does a very good job spinning content. And when WPHorde first came out a year ago, it was about posting spun content to multiple blogs at once, allowing you to disseminate your message across multiple blogs. So Word AI is also still used in the AI content, and I'll go over that in a little bit, but you could still use OpenAI to spin content as well. So you're going to be going over to Unsplash, and I do have a training video on that. Inside of training, all we have to do, search here, Unsplash, and I go through everything on how to set up and connect to Unsplash. So go there, do that step. I am going to take us through the OpenAI connection, because all you got to do is go to platform.openai.com and then log in or create an account. Now, your account is going to have to be attached to a form of payment, a credit card of some sort. Without that, it's not going to work. Just FYI, that is their rules, their policies. We have to work with inside of it. Once you attach your payment form, you're going to come down here and create new secret key. And I'm going to put demo WPHorde and create secret key. I'm going to copy this, come right back over to WPHorde, paste in my OpenAI key, click on connect, and then save. That's it. That's all I got to do there. So I'm going to let you see my face for a moment while I put in my old API key and update that, as well as put in my Unsplash API key. You want to keep your API keys private because other people can utilize them and run up charges, just FYI. So that's the reason why you won't see me adding or showing videos on that. Just FYI, if you ever see that, let the person know, hey, please take that down. It's for their protection. So now that we're back, so we've got our blog connected. We have our integrations done. And that took how long? Not very long. It really didn't. Someone's going to ask, well, what's this spun content button up here for? If you're wanting to create a single post, you're going to type in your title, paste in your content here. Once you start typing, you're going to notice that we have the Word AI and the Open AI buttons here. We can spin that text, the title, as well as the content, and it's going to be in spin text format, both in the title and in the content area. Then you can select the blogs that you want it to go to. This is the reason why it's important to spin the content. When you're sending out a message and you want it to be unique across 300 blogs, well, we're definitely going to be spinning it at that point in time. And it will spin it, post, spin it, post, spin it, post, spin it, post. That's the functionality of WPHorde here. Webhooks. What are webhooks? Webhooks will take the title and the content as well as the image here and post it to your webhook. A webhook can go to Zapier, it can go to Pabbly, it can go to Integromat, and from there, post out to your social media accounts. So you can create a blog post and a social media post all at the same time, relaying the exact same information. Now, if you're spinning the content, the webhooks, it gets spun, sent to the webhook. Keep that in mind. That's what webhooks are for. Tags are actually the tags from your blogs. We're going to pull them in. You can start typing ahead, and you're going to notice that you can then select the ones that you are having here. It's only going to show a few. It's not going to show them all, because there are some people who have thousands of tags and thousands of categories on their blogs. So we're only going to show a few. That way it's a lighter front end. But if you continue typing, you can then go ahead and select it. Category is, of course, the category for your actual post that you're going to be creating. And then, of course, status. This is for the whenever you're doing the spun content, you can have it go directly in as publish. If you're posting out how to hundreds of blogs at once, you may want to have it to where it's randomized, so that we're going to do schedule. And instead of a specific date, we're going to choose a random date. And you could choose the start time and the end time, and it's going to randomly create the post on all your blogs. Let's say if you're selecting it to 300 blogs, it will randomly create the posts. It'll post them all now, but inside of WordPress, you have the ability to tell it what time it's going to go live. So that's the reason why we've done that here. So we've got that. And then, of course, you could upload your own images here, or use Unsplash to search for images to be the featured image. Loving WPHorde, can you remind me how to refresh my list of categories and tags that show up when I'm doing submission? I keep changing my categories. This is Steve. Awesome question. We're going to come over to blogs. Right here at the very top, you can refresh the taxonomies for all of your blogs, or if you know that you're doing it just for one, click on the three dots on the right-hand side and refresh it just for that blog. This does it in a queue, so it's not going to be immediate. So it's going to go in, and once you're up on the queue, it's going to refresh it for those blogs. Hope that answers your question for you. So we got the spun content down, this post out content now, one that you're going to be posting here. I am absolutely sure you're not here to watch me do that. You're probably wanting to learn about the AI content. It's the newest portion, and I don't blame you. So we're going to come down here to AI content. I'm going to show you the settings that I have set up for my two that I'm doing at this very moment, and I will be adding more. The AI content, you get one per 10 blog account. So if you purchased a 10 blog account level, you get one AI content generator. You get one RSS post generator. You get one short code as well, and you get one webhook. If you purchased a 50, you get 5 AI content generators, 5 RSS, 5 webhooks, 5 short codes. But as you're going to see here, I'm going to come over to AI content. I'm going to click on the settings for Crowley.link here. But you could post to all your blogs with this one AI generator. So this one AI generator can create content for, you can have a 1,000 blog account. One AI generator can actually do that. Why did we do that? I work with organizations, and I also work with individuals who do blogs for, let's say, a type or a niche. Let's say electricians. I'm just going to say electricians. Someone creates blogs for electricians, and they create the content for those electricians. They can come in here and create an actual AI article generator with main keywords, secondary keywords, and select it and post to all of those blogs. Coming right down here and choosing what method to rewrite the content with. I hope that makes sense now and opens your eyes to possibilities that you could utilize this. So right up here on the top, the word count 750. You can go up and down. You could type in your number. Just FYI, at this point in time, this is making a single call to OpenAI. The next iteration that we're going to be doing in July, it's going to be able to make multiple calls, and your articles are going to be longer, just FYI. And closer to the word count, it's not going to be exact because there's no exact wording. Anything that can give you an exact number of words, I guarantee, is leaving off periods and sentences and a bunch of important words that you definitely want inside your article. So that point right now, just leave it as what it is, or you could type in 750. It's not really going to change a lot there. Main keywords. These are the main posts that we're going to be creating. Now, it randomly selects these. It doesn't go in order. It randomly selects one and creates the content. Now, how I get these is I go over to Google and I type in the search keyword that I'm looking for, and then it goes out, and then let me just go ahead and pull up electrician. And right down here, people also ask. Anytime you click and expand, you're going to be noticing that there's a lot more stuff expanding out. What I do is I do this, and then I'll grab them all. And those are my main keywords. Simple. Then I also take those and I go over to ChatGPT and ask it, please create a list of LSI keywords from these questions. That's it. That's all I do. So there's my main keywords, and these are the secondary or LSI keywords. I paste them both in here. That's it. I select the blog or blogs that I want it to go to. And then once I have that, I then add my tags, my category or categories. Intro. You can put intro text here, which goes before the actual article. This could be an ad, just FYI. Outro, the exact same thing. This could be an ad. The extra prompt is 255 characters limited, just FYI. And this gives you the ability to train the AI to do a little bit more. And I'm going to expand mine here so you can actually see what I said. Do not use the word introduction or conclusion. Summarize the new in the new AI era. Those that don't use tools like WPHorde will be left behind. Please link to WPHorde, and there's my link, and use a strong call to action. Simple, short, sweet. I'm telling the AI what to do. That's all I'm doing. The next era, you can use GPT 3.5 or 4. If you don't have access to the 4 API, use 3.5. I normally use 3.5, but in demonstration purposes, I show both. I get about the same quality of article, just FYI. So in my opinion, use 3.5, save the money between me and the fence post. Daily post time. This is important. A lot of people are missing this step. Before you click save, if you want to post pretty quick now, put this about a half hour ahead of the current time that you're at. Because if you save it, it'll post tomorrow at that time. It's not going to post today. This is the part that I think a lot of people are missing. Right down here, you're going to see include FAQ section. I recommend you check that because this will put a FAQ section about the article that's been created. And it's also done in schema, FAQ schema, which is great for SEO. So I do recommend. I'll scroll up. Matter of fact, I'm going to hide my face so I don't block anything. Status. It can go in as a draft or it can go in as published. Why would you want it to go in as draft? Well, if you know every day what time it's going to post, you can have it as a draft. You can go look at it, verify the information, augment, change, enhance it, whatever, and then publish it. Or be like me and have it go in as is every day. Now, I give you choices. That's one of the things you're going to see me give you all the time is choices. This is Unsplash, and Unsplash only at this point in time. You're able to click here, search for an image. So if we're keeping with the electrician, we can then select these images and then click done. But in my case, I don't want electricians on this one, so I'm going to unselect them. And done. Once you're done with everything, you're going to scroll back up to the top and click save. And that's it. That's as difficult as it is to create the AI article generator. Then every day it's going to go out and post. Every day it's creating the content for you. Now, RSS feeds. This is something else that can create content for you as well. Do I post it on the same level as the AI content? No. I may create a category called like industry news or niche news or electrical news, something like that. If you're an electrician niche, create a category called that. And then you're going to come over to the settings. You're going to add your own intro to the actual blog post. Now, keep this in mind. If it's news, my opinion, and I'm going to go through everything here, you're going to want to do an introductory blurb to this. And that's what I've done here. And you could put in spin text here. The outro. This can be a call to action, could be an ad, could be anything. Once again, this is posting your blogs. You're in control. You've got your tags, you've got your categories, you've selected the blogs that it's going to be going to, you've got the status. Now, we are doing it off of this feed here. Well, Kurt, how do we get to that feed there? So when you're adding your RSS feed, you're going to give it an arbitrary name, totally up to you, and then your RSS feed URL. Click add. And then it's going to look like this, and then you come into settings for it. And now you can also enable attribution. And it's going to add this original post URL and original blog name. So we're going to give where we got that article from attribution. It's a backlink out. Why is that important? You're linking to the authority on these news articles. The importance of that is this. I'm sure everyone's heard of the Associated Press. The Associated Press is nothing more than an apparatus to disseminate news quickly to a lot of newspapers, organizations, etc. We're utilizing that thought process here in order to grab an RSS feed, publish it, adding our own intros and outros, which could include ads, and it's posting directly to your blog. Now you're going to notice we're not using any WordPress plugins at all. Period. We don't. We connect using the API. Now, if you're utilizing your own self-hosted blogs, perfectly fine. Create a user, make sure it's at least on an admin user, and you can call it WPHorde, or I call it editor. I love calling it editor. Why? It just makes it easier for me to know who it is. And then go into that user and go to application passwords. Create a application password for WPHorde. It's going to give you a alphanumeric, like 16-digit alphanumeric key. That's the password. You put in the user. That's the password for it. Here, you put in the URL. We're connected. That simple. If you have any issues with connecting, you're going to come right back on over to training, and then you can actually look for, most of the time it's WordFence causing that issue. Search for WordFence, working with WordFence security right there. I go through that as well. All of it. There's amazing how much training we've actually done inside of training.wphorde.com that you can learn. So we're going to come back here. Now this is the RSS feed. So now you've got an AI content feed creating content. Now you've got RSS feed creating content on blogs that you don't have to go look at anymore. And the content's going to keep going. We check the RSS feeds once an hour. We're probably going to lower that down to once every 6 hours to keep the servers down a little bit. But yes, you can do set and forget AI content creation and set and forget RSS feed content creation. If you purchase the 10 blog, which is the lowest level, you get one of each. Plus, you get to come in here and post as much content as you want. Simple. And both of these can submit to all 10 of your blogs. You can group your blogs together so it's easier to post to them. Let's say that you have created a group called electricians. You can then add the blogs to the electrician group. That way you know exactly who to post to. And then right down here underneath the settings, when you're selecting the blogs, you could search for electricians. I don't have electricians, but you could do it that. These are the groups right here on top. All the blogs are down here at the bottom. Makes it a lot easier to search for and add the blogs quickly. Short codes. You know how you could do spin text inside of the RSS feed? Right here? Well, guess what? You can come over to short codes, click on edit on this one. You notice this is all spin text here as well. And then all I have to do to add this is just put square brackets around that. Come right back on over here to settings. And instead of having all that spin text, just put the square brackets and then whatever that name was, close square brackets. That's it. Then whatever is in that short code will be brought in and spun and posted. I hope that's making sense for you. And then, of course, we have many other ideas that we're going to be adding to this. But the main focus for a while is going to be the AI content. We are going to be adding a test now button. So once you get it set up, you can do a test now post and it will send one out. But we are adding that as well. Webhooks. These are good for, like I was talking about. These are how you would send information to Zapier. You would get the URL from Zapier. And of course, you can just give it a name and then click add. Or Integromat or etc. Totally up to you. With that being said, I hope this helps you understand WPHorde more. It has been a labor of love. It's been 1 year since it's went live, and it has continued growing. We didn't have RSS posting. We didn't have AI content. We didn't have webhooks. We didn't have guest posts whenever it first went live. We even had to add integrations except for Word AI. I think we had that one. But we've added OpenAI for the spinning. We've added OpenAI for the AI content. We're just keep growing ideas, making it more powerful, yet we're trying to keep it simple. So if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to reach out. I'll be more than happy to answer them. Ask them in the group. Don't worry about if you come to me in the messenger, I'll answer it there, but I'll ask you to post it in the Facebook group too, just in case there's other people having the same question or concern. Because if we come down here to AI content, and then we come over to my submissions for Crowley.link. You're going to notice it's been posting every day. It didn't yesterday because I took out my key in preparation for today's show. If we click on details and we click on that actual article over at Crowley.link, you're going to notice this is the content that it's created. And then there is the call to action for WPHorde that I asked it to do. And then here is the FAQ section. And if I copy this and I come over to validator.schema.org, paste in my URL and click on run test, this should tell me whether or not it has valid FAQ schema. So we'll give this just a moment. And there's my FAQ and my valid schema. It works. It works very well. So I appreciate everyone's time today. Thank you very much for coming, asking questions. If you need anything, please do not hesitate to ask. And if you're here and you're not a current subscriber for WPHorde, all you have to do is go to WPHorde.com, look at the sales page, look at the information, find out what you want, find out what you want it to do, go down, select your level, because we have 5 different levels available for you. 10 blogs, 50 blogs, 100 blogs, 500 blogs, 1,000 blogs, whatever you may need. Grab what you need, check out. You can always expand. That's the other nice part. You can expand. If your business retracts, you can retract. We're flexible as your business is. So I hope you enjoy this. Thank you very much for being inside of WPHorde, and I will talk at you all later. Thanks.